A 25-year-old man once sat on a park bench, crying. Not because he lost someone, not because he was broke. He was crying because everyone around him seemed to be living the life he hadn't even started yet. His best friend just got promoted. His college roommate bought a house. His younger cousin just got married. And there he was, sitting on a bench, feeling like life forgot his address. But what happened to this man 3 years later changed the way I see everything. Stay with me on this one. This story might save you years of suffering. His name was David, and David had a disease, not a physical one, but the most common disease of our generation: comparison. Every morning, he'd open his phone and watch other people's highlight reels. Engagements, promotions, new cars, vacations in Bali. And every morning, he'd whisper the same sentence to himself: "I'm falling behind." So David did what most of us do when we feel behind. He started rushing. He took a job he hated, just because it paid well. He entered a relationship he wasn't ready for, just to feel normal. He said yes to everything and listened to himself about nothing. He was running, fast. But here's the thing nobody told David. You can run in the wrong direction and still call it progress. And that's exactly what happened. Within 18 months, the job burned him out. The relationship fell apart. And the money? It went to therapists and medications for the anxiety he'd built trying to keep up with a race that didn't even exist. One night, David sat alone in his apartment, staring at the ceiling, and he asked himself a question that Christ, Buddha, and every philosopher has whispered to humanity since the beginning of time. What am I actually rushing toward? He couldn't answer it, because here's the brutal truth, and listen to this carefully. Most people are not chasing their dream. They're chasing other people's timelines. They don't want the house. They want to not feel left behind. They don't want the promotion. They want the relief of not being judged. And David realized he had been building someone else's life with his own hands and wondering why it didn't feel like home. So David did something terrifying, something most people will never have the courage to do. He stopped. He quit the job. He deleted social media. He spent 1 full year doing absolutely nothing that looked impressive from the outside, but everything that mattered on the inside. He read, he walked, he sat with his own thoughts, even when they were ugly. He reconnected with what he actually wanted. Not his parents, not Instagram, not society. Him. And slowly, very slowly, like a seed that doesn't announce when it's growing, something changed. He started writing, just for himself, then for a blog, then for a magazine, then for thousands of people who felt exactly the way he once did. By 28, David was a published author, not because he rushed, but because he finally stopped rushing. And here's the line he wrote in his book that I will never forget. "I was so busy trying to be early that I almost missed what was mine." So if you're watching this right now and you feel behind, I need you to hear something. You are not late. You are not behind. You are not broken because your life doesn't look like someone else's. The bamboo tree grows underground for 5 years before it ever breaks the surface. 5 years of invisible progress. 5 years of people walking over it, seeing nothing. And then, in 6 weeks, it shoots up 90 feet tall. You might be underground right now, and that's okay, because God's delays are not God's denials. Some flowers bloom in spring, some bloom in autumn. Neither is late. Neither is early. They are simply on time. And so are you. Stop rushing your life. Start trusting your journey. Your chapter is coming, and when it does, it will be worth every single second you waited. If this hit you today, leave the word patience in the comments. Share this with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe, because every week we remind each other that the best stories take time to write.